It's quite common that autistic people struggle with communication and understanding language, and when speaking to new people, they may find questions really difficult to answer. They may find small talk really difficult to engage in. Things like facial expressions, tones of voice, eye contact can be incredibly hard to engage in for autistic people. However, I'm the complete opposite, and I love speaking to people and don't have a lot of the communication challenges that you would typically expect an autistic person to have. So I recently went down to the seaside to stay with my friends, and every Sunday they go to church. So after their church service had finished, my friend wanted to introduce me to some of her friends at church who she mentors for and who are football fans who she thought I might get on with. So I went along, and whilst everyone was having a coffee after the service, I was just chatting to some of her friends. I got chatting to one lad who she mentors, who was a really interesting individual to speak to. And then I got speaking to two other people who she knows, who are really interested in football. So, first of all, I didn't have any trouble with eye contact. I didn't have any trouble with understanding what they were saying, probably because they were speaking about something that I was incredibly passionate on, and subjects that I know a lot about. So that definitely helped. And I didn't have any anxiety beforehand about how I was going to speak to people who I didn't know how they would communicate. So it just goes to show how every autistic individual is completely different. And some of those stereotypes that you might have around autism are not true for every single person. So whilst a lot of autistic individuals struggle when it comes to communication, understanding language, and speaking to new people, I don't. Yes, there are certain things around communication that I do struggle with. So yes, certain questions that people ask do confuse me. Idioms confuse me. And although I don't mind giving eye contact to someone, I still struggle with knowing how long to maintain the eye contact for. I actually love speaking to people, and my mum finds it really funny that I'll speak to absolutely anybody. So yeah, just remember that while some autistic individuals do struggle with communication, some won't.